Good evening. Let's start with today's topic for automations. Till today, we have seen that how can we create a folder, how can we delete the folder, how can we segregate the folder, all the things. It's a basic task we have done pretty much. Right now, let's see how we can apply those automations are real world applications. Let's say you'll be using MS Office. I'm sure that Word, Excel, PowerPoint, many of we are using our day-to-day activity. But how many are you are trying to automate your day-to-day needs? Let's say if I have a Excel, so I created the automation already. I'll be sharing the link. You need not to worry what is the code, you can read it later. For HDFC credit card, you can see, but remember, whatever the file you have, make sure that you give the same name. Okay, it should be HDFC credit card, and the next name, it should starts with these names. Okay, it should say HDFC underscore CC underscore HP underscore. These parts are important, and then even for credit card, debit card. Okay, HDFC debit card and RS, you can see underscore. These are important. This is important because there is one section in the Excel where we are filling this details so that we can segregate what it is, right? So let's go with the Excel credit card format. Let me open this credit card bill. Yes, of course, I stripped out couple of information which I don't want to present it in the public form. I just kept the sample format only. You can see that it is very ugly looking format for me, my need. And again, I'll have to add couple more information after that, right? So what we can do is this format will convert it to the different format. Which format we are converting? We are planning to convert the transaction format. So in this sheet, I have a date, narration, item, category, place, frequency for mode of payment, amount debit, check reference, value date, and amount credit. You might not get all the informations, but you'll be getting a couple of information for sure in your existing credit card. You can try it out. If you're using a credit card, definitely you can try it out. It works. In case if it is not working, put a comment. I'll see what is not working, or there may be the you will you maybe I fail to make you understand properly. I'll correct it and I'll update that as well. Don't worry. So I need the format and this format. I don't need any different format. Okay, I'm not going to say anything. I'm closing this. Now we have seen for credit card. Now we'll see the debit card. If I open the debit card again from HDFC, you can see it's a completely different format. So let me keep it side by side so that you will understand. Credit card. Okay, it is in this format, XLS format, and it's in debit card. Again, it's in XLS format, but you have a couple of information at the top, and here also we have a couple of information, but completely different. And to merge this, we'll have to do a couple of activities. What we can do, let's say I'll take my format. I kept this format ready so that it will be easy for us to understand. And someone you're watching from my physical class sessions, then he is aware what Excel it is and how we have done all these calculations. Let's go back and let me take this debit card. I'll have to select this date. I'll copy, I'll paste it here. I'll select the second option, which is narration. I'll copy, I'll paste it here, and then I have check reference. Will copy, I will paste it, check reference column, and I have value date. I'll copy this, I'll put it on where's my value date, here it is. Okay, and then let me come back to this withdrawal amount. Okay, so let me select all, let me copy, this is the section I want to paste it. I'm pasting here, and then next I'm going with the deposit. Of course there are some deposits, so I'll copy, I'll paste it to credit. Okay, yeah, it's copied. So this is how we have converted this format to our this format. date, all those things. So now what I want to achieve is we'll have to do the same activity using PowerShell. So we'll have to code this how it works, right? The format only, then later we'll copy. This is how it is. Let me close this. I'm not saving anything. I'm not saving this either. You can see I have a Excel format. Only thing is, remember guys, the file has to be starts with this. I'll tell you that why it is later. Now let me right click on PowerShell and let me run with PowerShell. Don't open it. If you open, then you'll be opening a PowerShell in notepad form. So right click and run with PowerShell. The moment you run with the PowerShell, it's going to convert from XLS to XLSX, which is a requirement. We cannot we can do it, but for the moment I want to go with the step-by-step logics. So first it will convert to XLSX, and then you can see it is running over here. It converts our format, this ugly looking existing format, to, let me close this, not required, this transformed file. The moment I open, you can see all the headings are here. Date is here, narration is here, item is here. These are the extra informations, and mode of payment. So you can see this is the same information which is present at the beginning of the file. That's why I'm saying, guys, make sure that you keep this information intact. Whatever the file you have, just rename it as this. It is a meaning too, but for the moment it's not required. Amount debit, amount credit, value date, what was there in this sample? Okay, value date. Okay, value date, what information is mapped? Debit credit information is mapped to value date. Again, which you have done that, you could have done in a different approach as well, but for the moment, to keep the format simple, I am going with that only. You may decide after that. Amount credit. So you can see wherever amount credited is, credit is mentioned, and it is transformed. So we got a transformed file. Okay. Now let's close this. If I go to debit card information, if I open this sample file, you can see again it's in a different form. What I can do, what I'll do, I'll simply right click, run with PowerShell. Make a note of this. It has mentioned as a HDFC debit card RS underscore. This part has to be intact, and right click, run with PowerShell. Okay, the moment I'm running, it completed. I got a transformed file. Let me double click on this. Let's see in the format now. Yeah, I got transferred into the same new format which we need. The date, narration, mode of payment, debit, reference, value date. In this format we have value date, that's why we transferred to value date itself. Next is amount credit. We have any number? Yes, we have, right? Now we got this the right format which has to be matching with our format which I have defined it earlier. So what we'll do, I'll simply take everything from here to reference, take it down. I don't need till here, I need only till this, right? Yeah, I'll copy, I'll paste it as value in this. Let's paste it. Now I'll scroll down to the bottom. Debit card when I copied. Let me, where is my credit card file? Here it is. I'll select from this till the end. Let me go to the last. I think this is the last, right? Yes. Let me copy, paste it at the bottom. Now you see we have a same format with the new sheet. Okay, now you can fill all the information where what is this item and what is the category, place, frequency, for whom you have done this expense. This is again coming from our regular expense tracker which we maintain for our day-to-day activity. This is again a sample example for everybody. Mode of payment, you can see it's a DC debit card and it's a credit card over here. Okay, and this is the amount reference transferred, but here it's a reference is transferred, but if in credit card it is blank. That's okay for us. Here it is value date. In debit card there is a date, that's why we transferred it to value date itself. Now here if I come down, credit debit information is transferred. Again, debit information is not there, even it is not there with our credit card file. Credit, it is there in our debit as well as credit, it is transferred over here. And next is a day column. This is the complete format of day formula. If you see this formula, it takes and convert the information of date. It is simply mean that the what is the total of amount which is spent on particular day. Okay, so that's something which we have done it over using this formula. You can use this formula as well if you are interested to know what is the date wise expenses it is. Let's say you can see these are the dates. Let me order it so that it will be easy for us. Here is it. Yeah, these are the dates and the values are for here. Okay, now the important things here is we have applied one more options so that it get calculated automatically. Whatever is there, debit card, it calculated and it said 74,000 of expense, and wherever it's a credit card, it say 3,000 of expense. How the automation works for Excel. If you're someone is using Microsoft Excel, you can do this kind of automation for your day-to-day activity. If you have any doubts, any clarification, put it on a comment section. I'll try to help you out to solve that. Okay, based on the comment, I'll pick up and I'll answer. So, and if you want to know, the moment I click, you can see that my cells are getting colored. If I click here, it is colored. If I click here, rows and columns, if you see that it is colored with these two options. It is like wherever I'm clicking, like if I'm transferring the cursor to the left to the right, right to left, it is simply adapting those colors. There is an option for that we can try. Let's say if I select everything, it's going to do that. Let me select everything and let me delete. The moment I click, you can see rows and columns are identified. Wherever I'll click, rows and columns are selected with this color. Fine. Okay, when I deleted everything, my mode of payment, there's a spelling mistake. It should be P, mode of payment. Okay, this is how automation works. So you can apply these automations on your everyday activities. I don't say that you'll have to go with the PowerShell only. Let's say if I go with the PowerShell, let me close this, not required. Let me close this again, which is not required. If I go with the PowerShell, then this is for developed for HDFC credit card. And remember, if you want to try this out, you can try it out, but make sure that when you rename it, I'm repeating this so that people are making mistakes and they are not renaming it and coming back saying that it's not working. So this is important. The same way, it has to be separated with the underscore, right? And after that, that can be anything. That's fine. So here is the code. Let me edit. So I want to go with the synopsis. These are the code which we have written so that our activity gets automated. So you can see this code has a function. If you're someone coming from a programming background, you know that functions, right? So that's the same thing which we have functions and for each loop, and here again for each loop, and it is being used. Okay, and this is for HDFC credit card, and we have it for HDFC debit card as well. So I have few more formats for your other ICICI credit card. I've already developed and it is there in GitHub page. I will I give the link and you can search and explore other options which are having. You can see validate. It's going to validate and it's going to convert the function, convert it to XLS to XLSX, and then detect the header and convert to the new year conversion, and the for transform the data. It is going to transfer to the data. This is for debit card. Similarly, we have automations for other as well. So thank you so much for watching, and let's meet again on another automation.